What if the person you walked past every day? The woman begging on the street corner with torn gloves and a cracked voice wasn't just another homeless stranger? What if she once saved hundreds of lives during a war no one talks about anymore? What if she had a secret so heavy it followed her to the grave? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. This is Mariam's story. She sat outside the same pharmacy every single morning in Lower Manhattan. Snow, rain, summer heat, she was always there. Wrapped in an old coat, face marked by time and sorrow. Some called her Mama M, others just walked past. A few dropped coins in her cup. But no one really saw her. No one knew that once upon a time, in the heart of Rwanda, Mariam was a respected nurse, fierce, brilliant, and kind. Her hands were steady even as bullets flew through the night. Her heart never wavered, even when her world collapsed. Back in the 1980s, she lived in a village outside Kigali with her husband Paul and their 2 young children. She worked in a small rural clinic, the only one for miles. People loved her. Trusted her. Her husband was a journalist, bold and passionate. He wrote truths that made powerful men nervous. Then came the genocide. One night, Paul left the house to meet a source. He never came back. The next morning, armed men stormed the village. Screams. Flames. Chaos. Mariam grabbed her children and ran. They ran through forests, over rivers, hiding in swamps. They were hunted. Like animals. Days turned into weeks. The sound of helicopters above. Gunshots echoing in the distance. And then she lost them. One moment she was holding their hands. The next, a blast. People scattering. She searched for hours. Days. Months. She never saw them again. Eventually, she found herself in a refugee camp in Uganda. Then Kenya. She lived under tarps. Shared water with thousands. Diseases took people in the night. And yet, Mariam still helped others. Still bandaged wounds. Still whispered prayers into the ears of dying strangers. In 1999, Mariam was granted asylum in the United States. America. The land of new beginnings. She landed in New York with nothing but a bag, a photo, and a folder full of papers. She got a small job in a nursing home, overqualified but humble. She worked hard. Smiled when spoken to. Learned English from television. But trauma doesn't stay buried. It claws its way out. She had nightmares. She barely slept. Her hands, once steady, began to shake. Then, a bureaucratic mistake. A social worker filed her paperwork wrong. Her asylum renewal was delayed. Her nursing license expired. She couldn't afford a lawyer. Just like that. She lost everything. Again. She slept on a friend's couch. Then a shelter. Then the street. And so, Mariam, once a mother, once a war hero, became another faceless figure in the city. But every morning, she sat in front of the pharmacy. Holding the same torn photo of 2 smiling children. Waiting. Watching. A young pharmacy intern named Rosa began to notice her. Rosa brought her coffee on cold mornings. Sometimes a sandwich. Mariam spoke little, but when she did, she talked about her boys. Said they were safe. Said she'd done her job as a mother. Rosa didn't understand. Until one day. Mariam didn't show up. Rosa searched. Asked around. Finally, she found her. In an alley. Curled up under a soaked blanket. Frozen. Gone. The city tagged her as unidentified female number 2762. Rosa didn't accept that. She went to Mariam's usual spot. Dug through what little was left. Underneath her things, she found a Bible. Inside, a folded letter. A confession. Mariam had found her children years ago. They were alive. Adopted by a European couple. She'd found them online. But they were happy. Safe. Educated. She saw their wedding photos. Their children. And she chose never to reach out. They are free of the past, she wrote. I did my job. That is enough. Rosa posted Mariam's story online. Within days, it went viral. Thousands donated. A small memorial was built. A week later, a man came to the spot. In his hand, a torn photo. He placed it down. And wept. It was one of Mariam's sons. She died with a secret no one cared to know. But her story lives on. Not all heroes wear uniforms. Some wear scars. Some sit quietly outside pharmacies, waiting for the world to remember them.